Toastmaster speaker, Toastmasters guests. My role now is to evaluate Pedro's speech. And one of the things, I know Pedro very well, I've heard him speak often, so I'm very familiar with his way of speaking and I like it. I love the way he always injects energy and enthusiasm into what he's saying. So there's a naturalness, there is, to me at any rate, it doesn't seem prepared, it doesn't seem over-prepared. Now in a speech like this, whose objectives were, I will remind you, to deliver an interesting speech based on a technical paper and effectively use some sort of written or slide exhibits to make and deliver his message, it's very difficult to come over as not being prepared, because you clearly have to be very prepared. So there was a naturalness to me about his approach which I found very appealing. Now, as someone who is hopelessly non-techie, the detail, especially the detail from the audience participation at the front at the end, sort of was way over my head. And I would have liked, simply as a member of the audience, to have understood a little bit more about how about the benefit to me to be listening to the speech now. Why should I be listening to it? It sort of it hung tantalizingly in the ether, somewhere just out of my grasp. I thought Pedro's use of the members of the audience to illustrate, though, the points that he was making was exceptionally well done and very effective. It was very effective in as much as it showed the different parts that he was talking about. Whether, as our colleagues in the audience have said, it would have been better had there been something else or had there been more movement, I don't know. But it might well have been. But it was a very useful way of demonstrating the points that Pedro wanted to make. Lastly, the use of audience participation I thought was very well done. Questions throughout to keep, rhetorical questions to keep mental interest up in what he was talking about, and then a real question and answer session at the end of the program. And that, fellow or would-be Toastmasters, it's a great thing to be able to learn to handle a question and answer session effectively. So that, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, finishes my evaluation.
Now I'd like to invite our timer, or timers, to give a report on my speech and also Philip's evaluation. Let's give a round of applause for, I don't know what your name is.